YTBC, what's the deal? So, read another interesting article here on BoxingScene.com. I'll leave it in the description for you. Just Lennox Lewis, he edges Povetkin in a matchup with Wilder. He says Deontay Wilder has too many weaknesses. And the one thing about weaknesses, it may be easy to spot them on film or even when you go to the fight and watch the fighters up close. And Lennox being a former champion, former, Olympic gold medalist, so on and so forth, one of the best to ever do it. Obviously his opinion means something, but at the same time, Deontay Wilder does have weaknesses. Primarily him, fighting with his hands down a little bit. The footwork gets a little shuffled up here and there. Some people just believe his defense isn't tight enough, whereas Povetkin a little bit more polished of a fighter with the amateur background. I mean, you got to remember, like I've said, Povetkin was thrown in there very early with guys like Larry Donald, Chris Bird, Eddie Chambers, his 12, 13, 14 fights. So along with the amateur pedigree, I do agree with Lennox Lewis. He is the more polished fighter. But it's easy to spot these weaknesses. It's just, can Povetkin get past that jab to get inside to exploit some of these weaknesses from Deontay Wilder? That's going to be the key for Povetkin, is slipping Deontay Wilder's jab, getting in his chest, invading his space. But, Lennox Lewis also goes on to say that Wilder's power can bail him out at any time, and I agree with that. I can see Wilder losing, being down in a fight, probably going into the 10th, 11th round, and then land a huge right hand. That Arthur Spilka fight, I actually thought that Spilka was ahead going into that round that he got knocked out. I had him up by 1 round. I know a lot of people had Wilder up by 2 rounds, but I thought it was an evenly fought fight until the knockout. So, I agree with Lennox Lewis. He does have weaknesses, but it's just, can they be exploited? Povetkin does have the skill and ability to exploit those weaknesses. Povetkin used to have stamina issues. I've seen a lot of people leave comments and bring that up. Yes, he did seem to gas earlier in his career, but his stamina really hasn't seemed to be that much of a problem recently. He looks to be in much better shape than he has in his previous years of fighting, but the question is, can he get past this jab of Deontay Wilder, the long reach, and can he control the distance? Because if he allows Deontay Wilder to control the distance, he's going to be sitting outside of a jab right hand all night. But he has the ability to get inside on Wilder, man. It's going to be a very interesting fight. Just putting this vid out there, create some conversation, more conversation about this fight. So Lennox Lewis, he's favoring Povetkin. Not a bad choice. It's not a bad choice. It's just, can Povetkin get past the reach? We'll see. YTBC, I'm out.